Okay, so quick disclaimer, this isn't going to include any story spoilers about Guilty Gear Strive. So if you're worried about that going into the video, then don't. I'm not going to mention it, purely because I haven't played it myself, so I don't really have anything to talk about it. So yeah, stick around and enjoy, I guess.
That is bullshit blazing, still my heart is blazing. If the words kill me, I don't need a new one under you. Soon you will know, we already know the smell of the game.
So hey, it's been a while, to say the least. If you don't remember me, I'm Boss, you know. Yeah, it has been far too long, but I'm back, you know. Did you miss me? Probably not, but hey, I'm here. And today, I'm gonna be going back to kind of how I really started this channel, just an unscripted talk about a game I enjoy. And for the first one, it was Xenoblade Chronicles 2, which I think is still the best performing video on my channel. Yep, it is. And knowing that, I was like, okay, you people must evidently enjoy that content more than anything else. So I'm kind of heading back to that, you know, kind of vibe. But instead of talking about JRPG like Xenoblade Chronicles 2, I am instead going to talk about a fighting game. And if you didn't know, fighting games are probably my favorite genre of games. Like, I love JRPGs and they're immensely fun, but fighting games just bring that sense of competitiveness. I don't even know if that's a word. That your sense of joy when you win a close game, or just that feeling of outsmarting your opponent. It's just something that I really enjoy. So I could really talk about any fighting game really that I enjoy, you know, Persona 4 Arena, Dragon Ball FighterZ, even something like Guilty Gear Accent Core, Guilty Gear Xrd. Why did I mention two Guilty Gear games? Because really, I'm talking about the newest entry in the Guilty Gear series, Guilty Gear Strive. If the disclaimer and thumbnail didn't give that away, you know, I could be talking about the first one, but never really played it. So, really, today I'm just going to talk about Guilty Gear Strive and why I enjoy it. And who knows, maybe what I say, you know, you might see it in your shop, just like, wow, I have enough money for this and I really don't know what to buy, but I should buy something, you know. Maybe instead of buying garbage Skyward Sword remake, which is selling for full price, which I don't even know, like, I'm just going to pirate it, like, coming straight out and saying it, you know, that is not worth my money. Maybe instead you could buy Guilty Gear Strive and have what I think is a far better time. But yeah, let's get into it. So, for the unaware, Guilty Gear is quite a long-running series of fighting games, and it was developed by Arc System Works. You might know them for games such as Dragon Ball FighterZ, which is immensely popular and one of my favourite fighting games as well. You might also know them for Persona 4 Arena, which is a game that really should be ported, but you know, instead we got Cross Tag. Yay! Or, you might know them actually, yeah, for BlazBlue, which is another series that they do, and one I really should get around to playing, but I digress. You might also know them for some old shovelware on the Wii, but they aren't fighting games, so let's ignore those. So, Guilty Gear started back in like 1998, on the PS1, funnily enough, Guilty Gear The Missing Link, as it's known in Japan. And, you know, we've got, like, a lot of games, which I can't remember the titles of. I think we've got, like, Guilty Gear X, Guilty Gear XX, Guilty Gear XX Accent Core Plus, Guilty Gear Xrd, Xrd Rev, Xrd Sign, Xrd Rev 2. It's just a lot of Xrds, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. But I'm not unfamiliar with the series. Like, I am with the names, but the series is something I've delved into before. I own Rev 2 on my PS4, and I own Accent Core on my PC. So, going into Strive, which released a few days ago, if I get this video out in time, but it came out on June 11th on PS4 and PS5, and I got it on the PS5, so with knowledge of old Guilty Gear games, I was able to, you know, settle in nicely. But enough about like the brief, like history, really brief history in fact, of the series, and instead let us delve into the gameplay of Guilty Gear. So, being an Arc Sys game, Guilty Gear doesn't really play like the Street Fighters, your Mortal Kombat, your other third 2D fighting game, which I can't put my finger on. Yeah, I've got nothing. But Guilty Gear is unique in a way because Guilty Gear has a lot of mechanics that you don't really see in any other fighting games. For example, you have the burst. I've never played Killer Instinct. Is it Killer Instinct? I think it's Killer Instinct. But I know Killer Instinct has like a thing you can do in a match called a combo breaker, which basically, in the name, just allows you to break a combo that might kill you, basically, and save you from losing the match. So Guilty Gear has the same type of, what would you call it, feature in a burst. And if you played Persona 4 Arena, you should be familiar with bursts as well, because how it works, say you're in like a combo, really brutal one, let's say, I don't know, a Kai main has got you in like a loop, and he's about to kill you, but then you burst, and he gets sent away, and you both return to neutral. And this is why I enjoy Guilty Gear a lot, personally, because you can't really, it like makes you have to think before you commit to a combo fully. It's like, are they gonna burst? Should I counteract the burst? Then I try and let them bait the burst, so do a really weak combo, let them burst, and then do a combo that kills them. Or even then, do I just let them burst, block it, and then punish them from that? And that's why, personally, I enjoy Guilty Gear Strive, because you can really just, it makes you think, really. And obviously other fighting games do, like, I don't play brainless when I play Dragon Ball FighterZ unless I play Ultra Instinct Goku. And at that point, yeah, my brain's on autopilot. But in Strive, you really need to think, is this the right time to burst? Because sometimes you can't burst out of things like grabs or supers, and it gets to the point where it's just like, oh, maybe I should have bursted. And then Guilty Gear Strive has Psych Bursts, which is the burst I'm mentioning, but there's Gold Bursts, which you can do only in neutral, and if it hits, you get full bar to do supers or Roman cancels, which I'll delve into later. And this creates another realm of thinking, because you think, okay, do I want to gain bar, or do I want to save my burst in case I get into a really threatening combo? And it just adds another realm of thinking into the game, which I enjoy. Maybe other people don't, but it's why I enjoy playing against players in Strive. And then there's also a feature called a dust. And a dust is you knock your opponent into the air and you can just combo them. And it does a lot of damage if you know how to perform it right. But dusts have a long start up, so it's easy to counter. But it, again, like a lot of features in Guilty Gear add layers of thinking where you have to think, okay, is this the right move? Do I want to dust when my opponent's getting up off the ground? Do I just want to run up to them and dust? And you either get punished, or maybe you can even use the dust to bait them to burst. Because then they're like, oh no, I've just wasted my burst on something that the opponent could do again, and I die. But I think my favorite feature is Roman cancelling. So usually in a fighting game, you know, you need to commit to a move. You know, if you're doing a slash, you need to finish that slash. And if it don't combo into another move, it just don't combo into another move. But Roman cancelling, what it does, you spend half of your bar of super to basically, if it hits your opponent, time slows down for them a bit, and it allows you to combo off them again. And a lot of combos actually do rely on Roman cancelling. And it's good as well because, as I said for the past two, you have to plan this. You can't run up to them, throw out a Roman cancel and then just expect a combo. You need to think, are they going to burst out of it? Is this a combo you want to waste bar on? Do you know how to make the most of it? And it's why I personally enjoy playing Guilty Gear. Like, of course you have like your fundamentals, you know, you've got your projectiles, your lows, your highs, your block strings, your fuzzies, your meaties. I don't even have friends that play fighting games. Like, they're gonna ask me what is a fuzzy, what is a meaty. I couldn't tell you right now because I don't have it next to me, but I promise you those are fins. And you know, all fighting games have to have those fundamentals because you can't have a good fighting game without them. Like, a one-button fighting game don't really work, in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's like one of the greatest fighting games of all time is a one-button game. But Guilty Gear, Strive, like Accent Core and Exerd have them as well, but I feel like Guilty Gear, Strive is just the epitome of those, you know, subjects. Or not subjects, features. It really brings out what is great about the series and why I enjoy it so much. And because it's new, I can really like start to get a proper grip, because I never really touched online in Accent Core. I know there's rollback in it, which I'll go into in a minute, which obviously will make the game really smooth to play online. But Accent Core's old, and if it's old, most of the people that are going to be online are going to be people who've been playing the game for a while, and people dedicated to the game. It's the same reason why I don't go into Marvel vs. Capcom 3 online much, because I'm usually faced with people who have played the game since 2011. I think it's when the game dropped. Since 2011, and they will just absolutely destroy me. But since Guilty Gear Strive is relatively new, means a lot of new players are coming in, so I can start to properly improve and get into the series. Because fighting against computers is a good way of training, but you can't really get like that same feeling against fighting a player. And that brings me to the next and possibly best point of Guilty Gear Strive, in my opinion. So if you play fighting games, then, and you ever decide to head to online, you're gonna deal with something called lag. Right? Like, not everyone that's watching this video that have played a fighting game online knows what lag is. Maybe you don't know what, like, its definition or what lag is, in quotation marks, but you've experienced it. That I promise you. Because a lot of fighting games are done in delayed-based netcoding, which leads to a lot of lag, and no game isn't like this. Because I play Smash a lot, alright, fighting game or not, Smash has one of the worst netcodes I've ever seen. It's painful sometimes trying to get into a match, because all my friends play Smash, and, you know, we all like to have fun on it, but, you know, I can't if I can't even move half the time. And a lot of fighting games have worked on or with delayed based netcoding. But Guilty Gear Strive, and I know Accent Core did it before this, but like modern Guilty Gear Strive runs on rollback netcode. And I've played, I think, 100, like over 150 matches already. Like at the time of recording this, which I think is 4 days after the game came out. You know, I've been doing other stuff between then. But I think out of those 150, I think maybe like 10 maximum lagged. And I think like 1 or 2 were unplayable. And that says a lot. Because, like, for some games the netcode's so bad that online and offline experience is just going to feel completely different to each other. But with Strive, it's one of the smoothest fighting games I've genuinely ever played. And I play fighting games with a LAN cable because 1, I'm not a masochist, and 2, I'm not a psychopath. Like, I don't see how you can play fighting games on Wi-Fi ever since I moved to LAN. You know, but Guilty Gear Strive's rollback makes me confident enough that if I did ever play on Wi-Fi, that the matches would still be playable to an extent, whereas if I played something like Dragon Ball FighterZ on Wi-Fi, I'd be lagging at every interval, and it just wouldn't be a fun experience for anyone. And that's the biggest strength, as I said before, about Guilty Gear Strive. With rollback, playing the game feels smooth and enjoyable. And I can get on, I don't need to worry about lag, or like having to, mash between my movements. I just, really I don't need to worry about anything. I can focus entirely on the player, don't need to worry about like frame delay, or any of that. And that is why I have come to love this game. It's just smooth and enjoyable. And like compared to any other fighting game, it feels great. Like, I can't put it into words, but it's like your opponent's right next to you, in a sense. Most of the time, because most Guilty Gear Strive players, I'm guessing, use LAN cables. So, LAN cabled rollback is perfect. And it's like they're just right next to you. It's like, hello, hi, let's play. And we don't need to worry about lag, disconnects. Well, people are still going to disconnect from time to time, that's a given. But lag, losing because of lag, and just having our game interrupted, and basically just watching just a loading screen but awesome play. Like, unlike in Smash, where sometimes we'll just start a match and we just wait for like 30 seconds. Like, yes, it's great netcode, fantastic netcode, Nintendo, great job. But yeah, Strive doesn't have that problem. Like, I know I'm probably repeating myself, but yeah. So I could say all this stuff about Guilty Gear, and then it could just pull up with the worst roster of all time. However, because it's Guilty Gear, it does not. And Guilty Gear's characters are pretty cool. I'm gonna just throw up, I'm gonna just read the roster. Like, so far, this is made before any DLC characters announced, Maybe I get dizzy. And then, I'm just having a good time. But so far, the playable characters, I'm gonna just name them, throw up a picture, and then you're like, wow, that's pretty cool. You've got Soul Bad Guy. You've got Kai Kisk. You've got May. You've got Forst. You've got Potemkin. Potemkin. You got Chip. You got Zato. You've got Milia. You've got Axel. You've got Angie. You've got Ino. You've got Ramafiel. You've got Leo. You've got Nagoriyuki. And you've got Giovanna. And all of these characters I like their designs their designs slap, to say the least. My favorite three designs, I think, are Kai, Nago, and Giovanna. No bias there. But out of those, I think that was 15 characters so far. 3 I main are Kai, May, and I'm starting to learn Giovanna. Because all the characters are fun in their own right, and there's going to be a character for anyone. You want to grab, go Potemkin. You just want a basic, just easy to pick up and fun to play character. Soul or Kai. Like, you can still do very good with them, but they're easy to learn. Great for if you're starting, but still good enough for that you can main them and get somewhere. You want to annoy me? Go Leo. I'm not good at fighting Leos. Or if you want to believe in the power of the dolphins, pray to the great Yamada-san himself, go May. Because I play May. I know what that girl can do. She just either shoots dolphins at you, or summons a whale, and that's half your health bar gone. However, I say that, but the game isn't unbalanced, I think. And even if it is, this is a game that's just come out. You're gonna get patches. Characters who might suck now might go on to become like an unbeatable tier. And yeah, but so far I think all the characters are really fun to learn, and just you can't go wrong, honestly. If you were to play this game, I'd just say the stereotypical pick who you like, because I picked Kai when I started Accent Core, and I've just stuck with him. And there are DLC characters that are coming on the way. The people I want to see specifically. I want to play Order Soul again. Like, it's probably not gonna happen, but Order Soul just, I don't know. Like, it's just his super. That was really cool in my opinion. But then I want to see people like Dizzy, Sin, Elfet, Robo Kai, which, yeah, he's a Finn. Jam, Johnny. Like, there's a big cast of characters, and I hope we get them all through DLC. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I'll know, like, in a week when they drop the, first DLC trailer. Not even a week, like, probably like a few months. The game just came out. But the roster is good for what it is at the moment. And I think it can only get better the more we play, and just the better the game becomes. More patches. Hopefully they don't like give anyone stupid nerfs and buff accordingly and fairly. But yeah, otherwise the roster I think is amazing, and there's a character for someone, honestly. And yeah. But then, as if this game couldn't get any better than what it was before, the music. And like, if you're a Guilty Gear fan, I don't need to tell you the music's good, because that music absolutely slaps. That music, I'm married to that soundtrack. Alright? They're my spouse. And Daisuke Ishiwatari, I hope I get that right. I hope I didn't butcher that, because that man's composition's legendary. Also, he is like the director for the game. So this guy just he does so much, and I can't even put it into words. Like, the music for this game just absolutely slaughters. And what I really say can't give it justice. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna play like some characters' themes and just go silent while you listen to them. I have a picture of the character up. I'll put like the music used in the description as well, in order. But I'ma just put that, name it, and you can just listen for a bit. And hopefully I don't get striked. I probably won't. I have 40 subscribers to my name. That isn't like, what would they get out of it? But yeah, this music's amazing. I can't do it justice. So how about I shut up and you take a listen.
There's no reason to doubt it now. So what do I have to feel? Under the sacred wires, never stop, just go. I don't care how many more stars again.
Follow, so that's me. Non-stop love song. I will follow you wherever you go. I can't wait to catch up before the sun sleeps. Not if you're short of breath. I believe that
Is bullshit blazing, still my heart is blazing. If the words kill me, I don't need a new one under you. Soon you will know. We already know the smell of the game.
But yeah, that's really it. That's all I have to say, really. I'm gonna go back and probably play more Guilty Gear, or I'm pretty sure Nintendo's doing their E3, so maybe, you know, Teddy's remix drop, I scream like a complete madman, that I just go back to playing Guilty Gear. Either way, I win. But, you know, I do enjoy these, like, unscripted videos, because I just kind of get to say what I want to say in the spur of the moment. But I hope I've encouraged you, if you have like a PS4 or a good PC, or a PS5, like if you're one of the lucky few, such as myself, to get a PS5, hopefully I've convinced you to purchase this game, because it's honestly amazing. And if there's a time to like start learning Guilty Gear, I think now's the time. They're good. I think the mission mode is good for learning mechanics of the game. And then, like, my biggest problem is kind of like the ranking system with the floors and stuff. And the server does have a lot of things it can work on. Like, matches are amazing, but getting into matches is a fight in itself. And that's something that will probably be worked on in the future. Like, again, this game is very, very new. And patches and fixes are inevitable at this point. Like, maybe by the time they release them, like, these flaws might be just nullified. But those are really the only problems I have at the moment. And then, like, the story mode is just dead ass like an anime. It's like, I think there are 20 chapters, that's around 20 minutes, so what is that? Basically just a 20 episode anime, basically. And so there's really something for everyone in this game. And, you know, it really makes you feel like you are so bad guy. I really want to say that, honestly. But I hope you enjoyed this. I hope if you got this far, thanks. I don't really expect anyone to get this far. But hey, if you made it, then that's pretty based and high-pilled of you. Nah, that's like genuinely thanks. But I don't know, I want to try and be more active again, because I have a lot of free time now. But I don't know, it just depends on if like I feel bothered. But I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you did, do the basics, you know, like, subscribe. Tell me in the comments that I'm telling people to like and subscribe aren't gonna make people like and subscribe. Maybe, I don't know, comment if you have the game or not. I don't know, start a conversation going. I don't know, call me stupid, challenge me to a game of Guilty Gear. Just, I don't know. I'm really just rambling at this point. Thanks for watching. Thank you if you got this far. I'm gonna go back to playing Guilty Gear and have a great day, night, evening, afternoon, whatever. And I will see you, I don't know, I don't even see you. I will be back soon, I guess. But yeah, this is Boss. Gone.